What's frustrating about Stargate getting canceled isn't that it's getting canceled. What's frustrating is why it got canceled. It got canceled because they thought the existing fandom would like it. And because creative differences, it wasn't even creative differences. What was it that they said? Because of changing strategies, they don't like it. So they canceled it. So that's where I've got questions. Okay. If your existing fandom is going to like something and you say that's against your new strategic objective, what is your strategic objective with the show? Are you just wanting to take the IP and create whatever the hell you want and make it something that has nothing to do with the actual IP? Because that's kind of what it sounds like. It sounds like you just want to take something for what it was, and then you don't even care what it was. You don't even need to look at it. You just know what it's called. You're going to slap that name on whatever creative idea you'll hold in your hand, and you'll be like, well, that's a good sci-fi script. Let's call it Stargate and put it out into the fucking universe and hope that, we at least make enough money to pay for what we just paid for, this whole IP, an existing franchise, an existing fandom that we just completely want to disregard and do whatever the fuck we want to do. By the way, this executive that was hired in February, his name's Blair. He was brought from Netflix. Isn't that interesting? A company that notoriously has taken franchises that consistently gave 20 plus episodes a season using less resources and less CGI, and consistently provided that and turn it into 8 episode seasons. 8 episodes. Is that all we're reduced to now? When you have an existing franchise with existing workers that are capable of producing a certain number consistently for over 13 years. I'm sorry, 13 seasons. I don't even know how many years. So yeah, we're a little upset. We're a little upset because Stargate is something that crosses the aisle, okay? Fans are upset from across the political divide right now. It is very interesting how blatantly disrespected I feel this entire fan base kind of feels towards Amazon right now. It's like because it isn't just outrage for what could have been. If this got canceled 2 years ago, okay? When these people first got together and floated the idea, okay, that makes sense. But they got the green light. They got paid for months and months and months to write an entire script. Script was wrote. Right? They were starting to work on getting people, starting to look at getting actresses and assigning roles. They were going to start filming overseas in the fall. They had already spent over $10 billion on this movie alone. Or series. Hang on. I'm going to pause myself on that because I'm fairly certain it's 10 million, not 10 billion. Correction. 10 million. We're not going to pause and look it up though. It's frustrating, and what needs to happen is other fan bases, other sci-fi fans to see what's happening with Stargate to say, oh, hey, I don't want to see that happen to my intellectual property of my favorite fan, like DC or some of these other, like I would like to see canon like acknowledged. But what Amazon has been demonstrating and continue to demonstrate with Rings of Power, with Lord of the Rings franchise, they consistently are wanting to appear like they care about the old canon and hiring names, but the thing is that they wanted to hire the names just to have the name involved or have the name on the project. They didn't actually want that person to have a say. Like the person that was there from the very beginning or the original, they wanted their name on it, but they didn't want them to have any intellectual ability to change what's being made now. And that's concerning for any fan base. That's concerning because it opens the door to, we want to make it look like we are making this with everyone in mind, when the reality is that all of this, all of this is, and this has been quoted by multiple people, I think, in the industry, have been finding this transition into the mindset of, we will build it, they will come. If we build it, they will come. They don't care what they're building. They just know whatever it is that they build, people will come. People will spend the money. People will show up. And that's what Amazon needs slapped in the face about. We need to stop showing up for them when they obviously don't care about us. It's like, hello, are you in a narcissistic relationship? Are you in an abusive relationship? Do we need to call resources to get you help? Because that is all of us in relationship with Amazon. It's frustrating. It's not what you expect when you have this major collaborant, this major company. I'm not even going to try with that word again. Buying this intellectual property, this franchise, and not seeing it for the machine that it is. It needs to be upkept. It needs to be cared for. It is a running, oiled machine. The fan base are keeping this oxygen around, keeping it alive. It has been 14 years since there has been anything new in the industry or in the franchise, and fans are still keeping it alive. There's games, I don't understand. If this was any other fan base franchise, it would have fallen flat. Instead, with Stargate, it has stayed alive in this way that, like, Amazon, do you know what you have? Do you? Because I'm starting to question that. I'm starting to question, did you really just hire some prop from Netflix and let him come in and look at it and be like, oh my God, I want this to be whatever his agenda is. I mean, hell, this isn't the White House. This isn't the White House. Why are we letting the new regime dictate what was already greenlit and agreed on and set into motion and money spent? You really just wanted to set all that money on fire? You didn't even allow a pilot to be made? Really? Amazon, I think you're really struggling with how that industry actually works.